Welcome to this already too soon episode of Monday Movie Pickup. The Beatles Get Back. So this is for the documentary that appears on Disney Plus for the Beatles, titled Get Back, using footage from when they were doing the recordings for Let It Be. It was released back in the day as a documentary titled Let It Be. But that was never officially released again on home video on any format. I believe it only got a VHS release. So that one's been hard to come by, but Peter Jackson took that footage, hours upon hours of footage, and made this new documentary. But I do remember them saying that they were going to be re-releasing documentary Let It Be once this documentary came out. I have not heard anything else about that, and I was assuming if it came with anything, it would come with this Blu-ray edition. But yet, this has no special features. It's kind of nice to own if you want to have documentary at home for your viewing, especially on Blu-ray, and I believe there is a 4K release of this as well. But it's unfortunate that there wasn't any special features that came with it. I know that Peter Jackson is well known for the special features that he'll do for his movies, and in a way that this is just one long extended special feature. But still, I think the Let It Be documentary would have been a great addition to this. But I guess I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't know if that's actually going to get re-released at any point or not. But here I have The Last Dance. So yes, another streaming documentary that, it's available on Netflix right now. But I love this special so much, I decided to actually buy it for myself. So there's all kinds of different artwork going on here. I'm not going to rip off this sleeve quite yet. This packaging is so cool. Just like the Beatles documentary, this got a very special treatment for the home video release. It comes with the Blu-ray discs, and of course the middle packaging that has the booklets, and it actually has a timeline of the entire documentary and all the different years that it goes through. So yeah, I really, for being a big fan of the documentary, I love this set. Now on to some Disney stuff. We have the 4-disc DVD set, Game Changers. This features Angels in the Outfield, Angels in the Endzone, Angels in the Infield, and then another one titled Perfect Game that I honestly don't know anything about. Of course, Disney in the past has made all these different types of movies that are either made for TV or they were direct to video. Lots of them don't often even have a DVD release. If you really go through the history of the different TV movies and VHS releases that Disney has done, a lot of it hasn't even seen DVD, let alone Blu-ray. But what makes these movies interesting is that Angels in the Outfield was pretty popular during its time, but has yet to hit Disney Plus. In fact, none of these movies have hit Disney Plus, from my knowledge anyway, and in the United States. And then I have another one here, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Now, typically, I do not get 4K upgrades, as I've said in the past, but I recently got a 4K player, and I figured, you know what? There's one movie that deserves to be upgraded to 4K right away. It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's one of my favorite movies. It's kind of rare that you are able to get the slipcover on some of these releases nowadays. And I have here, pretty random release, but this was a VHS upgrade, Erin Brockovich. It's a film that was very popular in its time, and, I've had on VHS for way too long, so it was about time I got it. The typical Universal Blu-ray disc artwork, of course. And now moving on to some Kevin Smith stuff. So this is actually Yoga Hosers, which, as all of us know, is the worst Kevin Smith movie. I don't even know if there's like a debate about this. I remember seeing the movie when it came out, just because I am a big Kevin Smith fan. I'm still a big Kevin Smith fan forever. I will see anything he releases, and most of it I do like. I mean, I like Tusk. I did like Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. I'm excited for Clerks 3, but Yoga Hosers was a case of him just going... He just went too far. He went too far with some of his ideas, and maybe it needed another rewrite, or maybe it's just one of those movies that shouldn't have been made. But I had to complete the Kevin Smith collection, because, as I also have here, it's Clerks 2. Now, I actually owned Clerks 2 as part of a double pack with Zack and Miri, but for whatever reason, I didn't realize that Clerks 2 actually had a second disc that was released on just this Blu-ray. It's not available with the Zack and Miri double pack. So this set was actually pretty expensive for a while. I believe it went out of print, as a lot of Kevin Smith movies have for various reasons. But Clerks 2 was one that I was hoping to snag for a while with the second disc, because it has the 90-minute documentary, which is very good, if not as good as the movie itself. And luckily, this started to go down in price recently. I don't know if there was a reprinting, or if, you know, maybe people realize it's not actually as expensive and inflated of a price as everyone thought it was, but whatever the reason, I'm happy to finally own the second disc. I also got here the Incredible Hulk Complete Series. I have some memories of this TV show as a kid. I remember my friend had a VHS copy, but I believe the pilot, rewind it. I remember there was a scene in particular where, like, the Incredible Hulk was pushing a car and it was like rolling down a hill, but we would rewind it and it would look like the car's going up the hill and he was rolling it backwards, and that was the peak of comedy back in the early 2000s for us anyway. But here's the Incredible Hulk on Blu-ray. Now, it includes every episode of the TV show, including the 2 TV movies. I believe one is the original pilot, which was considered a TV movie. It does not include the 3 other TV movies: The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, The Return of the Incredible Hulk, and The Death of the Incredible Hulk. 2 of those of which I own, which came on a double pack. Death of the Incredible Hulk, I believe, came on a separate release, but I don't have that one yet. I don't know if there's any plans to release that on Blu-ray anytime soon, but still, this was a great buy, because it was available on Amazon Prime Day, and it was for almost half the original price. So that is awesome. I didn't think I would be getting this one for quite a while. Luckily, unlike DC, Marvel doesn't have nearly as much television stuff, so trying to do a complete Marvel collection that includes the movies, which I own all of those, but also the TV shows, it's a little easier than DC. DC has way more animated movies that went direct to video, way more TV shows, but this is one of the very few live action shows that Marvel made before the MCU came around. So it's cool to finally own this. This is a huge set. They really took their time with it, brought over a lot of the special features that were on the DVD versions, and I have here some shout stuff. So here is King Kong. This is the 70s version. King Kong Lives has not been released on Blu-ray in the United States as of yet, but still, this was great to get because I have nearly everything from King Kong now, except for that sequel to this one. But I have everything else. I have the remake. I have the original 1930s version. I have the other weird one that came from Toho. You know, all those different movies. So it's cool to get this. I haven't, heard great things about this movie, but I heard the special effects are incredible. So can't go wrong with Jeff Bridges either. I mean, Jeff Bridges, does he ever give a bad performance? Maybe this movie will give me that answer, but I can't imagine Jeff Bridges is a disappointment in that. But I'm going to start out by saying, here's the Halloween Complete Collection. Now, I've talked about this before, but there was a different release of this that came with 15 discs. The 15-disc version had extra discs for, I believe it was the first 2 Halloween movies, the 6th movie, and Halloween, the second one from Rob Zombie's sequel. There was also a bonus disc that came just with the 15-disc edition. And so I got this one way after the fact as a budget buy. Unfortunately, though, that 15-disc version went out of print, which meant I missed out on some of those bonus features. Cool enough is that they actually did release the second disc for Curse of Michael Myers on its own separate Blu-ray because it's just the producer's cut, so I nearly had everything, but I thought the idea of ever getting the Halloween 2 disc, or the other Halloween 2 disc, or the first movie's second disc, I thought that was a dream long gone. But recently, Shout Factory has started to release them on 4K as collector's editions. And not that I was, wanting to do a 4K upgrade for Halloween. Like I said, I'm pretty limited on doing 4K upgrades at the moment. But the coolest thing was, it actually came with the same second disc that was originally released. It has the same special features anyway. It may not be the exact same discs, but it is the original special features that were included on the bonus discs that were only available through the 15-disc collection. So I got that for the first Halloween film, and I also got it for the second Halloween film. So I'm not gonna go find Halloween 3, 4, or 5 as part of the 4K collection just yet. I don't know if I really want to do the 4K upgrades on those, especially since they didn't necessarily come with any extra discs that I would like to get. But here it is, the television cut, the theatrical cut. You know, this is the disc that I wasn't able to get with just the 10 disc set. So, in a way, I'm kind of building the 15 disc set again. Now, we'll see what happens because possibly Halloween 6 through 10, as I call them, it's actually Halloween 6, 7, and 8, and then Halloween from Rob Zombie, and then Halloween 2, which even then I don't know if you can really call Halloween 7 and 8 Halloween 7 and 8 because those are kind of reboots of their own anyway, but the whole thing's confusing. Basically though, the other Halloween films have not been released on 4K yet. They might be, and then around that time, Shout might decide to release the entire collection again as a 4K set. The only disc I can't get as of now is the bonus disc, the 15th disc that came only with the Halloween collection. So they're not probably going to release that with a separate release, but if they decide to do the other Halloween films as 4K discs, they might decide to release the entire set again. And it wouldn't shock me if they time it with the release of Halloween Ends, and maybe they will include those other 3 in the set as well. Who knows? They might do something like that, and if they do, I mean, we'll get to that problem when we get there, but for now, I just wanted to make sure I had these just in case they went out of print, because it happened before, wasn't even going to risk it this time, but hopefully they just re-release everything on 4K and then eventually do a whole 4K set, include that the 15th disc from a couple years ago, and then maybe even include the new movies. And then we got some Arrow stuff here. True Romance, I actually did an unboxing of this already on the Daily Cinephile, so if you want to go check it out there. But True Romance, incredible film, one of my probably favorites. Then I have here RoboCop. I saw this movie a couple years ago, it was due for a rewatch, and I figured I better get the Arrow set to watch it again. I just got RoboCop 2 and 3 from Shout Factory, so made sense to get the Arrow set of RoboCop, especially since it was for a half-off sale. And then last but not least, I am catching up on the Paramount Presents line. Here is the First Wives Club. What do I know about the First Wives Club? Nothing. I don't know anything about this movie, but it's Paramount Presents. I am getting everything from them, and so far they have not disappointed with these sets. They really have taken the time, like I've said in the past, with this disc art, the artwork, and special features, even though there's not a whole lot with some of these more recent additions. Like, hey, this one only has a filmmaker focus with the original screenwriter, but it's still cool that they did an interview with the screenwriter. Name another company that's really taken the time to add new special features to old Blu-ray releases. I mean, the ones that they're like re-releasing nowadays. Paramount's like the only one that's really adding anything new to anything that's been re-released recently. Here's another thing, Burt Reynolds, rough cut. Don't know anything about it, but I know that there's another special feature on it, filmmaker focus, so this time they just got Leonard Maltin to talk about, so it doesn't seem like they got anyone from the original production, but still, probably more special features than the original DVD release got, if it even got a DVD release. But I love that. I love these posters that we get to see inside. I just like these old school posters. I mean, it's a time long gone, the way they used to make these posters. And here's the cover, which is kind of a remake of the original poster, but I think it really shows what the 1980s were, but also at the same time, it's like paying tribute to the original artwork. So, Hot Rod's my favorite movie of all time. There's not a whole lot of memorabilia that was made for that film, which maybe thank God, because if it's my favorite movie of all time, I'd probably go crazy buying stuff for it. I have the Blockbuster release of the film, which was the way I originally bought it, a DVD from Blockbuster. I also have the HD DVD, I have the Blu-ray, I have the unboxed version that has the original Dick in the Box sticker that I found a couple months ago. But I also recently found a new thing. I did not know this, but there was actually a release of the film that came with an exclusive t-shirt, which this is the first time I've ever read something that actually says t-shirt not sold separately, because it's actually in the packaging. Not very often you see a sticker that says it's not sold separately. It comes with batteries not sold separately. It's included. You would think that they would just put t-shirt included, but they took the time to write t-shirt not sold separately. Very awesome. But yeah, this is the only unique part of it, is that it shows that there's a Hot Rod t-shirt in there, the Save Frank shirt, and it's in there. So when I bought this on eBay, there was actually an image of what the shirt looks like, but the packaging itself was unboxed. So, thank you to the person who sold it on eBay. I'm very happy as a Hot Rod fan to own this, and as of now, I don't know if I'm going to unbox it. I don't know if I want to release it from the packaging. Maybe I can actually get the shirt separately that was already from a different package that was opened, and I can keep this one sealed. But who knows? I've never seen anything like this. An actual t-shirt included with the movie. It's kind of crazy that they even did this for this movie, given that it didn't do that well at the box office at the time. So the fact that they did anything to try to entice people to buy it, maybe that is why. Maybe they were trying to boost the DVD sales. But Hot Rod gets, you know, the credit it deserves nowadays, and it's just cool. It's another one I can add to my stack of Hot Rod releases. But thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the video, and special shout out to Lauren, Anthony, Anna, Kirsten, Spencer, Lucas, Ryan, and Robert for supporting me on Patreon. By joining my Patreon, you can get exclusive blogs and videos, and for just $7, you can get your own monthly movie review. I hope you stick around, Cinephile, and have a happy, productive day.